For thousands of years before the lauded Roman Empire showcased its cutting-edge aqueducts, bathhouses, and lead-laden sewer systems, ancient Indians were already excelling in plumbing and sanitation, all while sidestepping the peril of lead poisoning. These ancient innovators set unparalleled standards in cleanliness and personal hygiene. Remarkably, evidence shows that soap-like substances and shampoos were being used as far back as 5,000 years ago, underscoring their mastery of hygiene. How ancient India pioneered sanitation. The drainage pipe systems uncovered during excavations at Lothal in Gujarat, the westernmost state of modern India, might make you think the Indian Archaeology Department accidentally stumbled upon a modern civil plumbing system. These sophisticated pipes, however, are over 3,500 years old and were found far beyond the ancient city's boundaries at a trading outpost. This discovery reveals that advanced plumbing and sanitation were widespread throughout the Indus Valley civilization, not just confined to central urban hubs. Within Lothal itself, archaeologists unearthed an even more intricate drainage system. This network connected important establishments like town halls, temples, and bathhouses, reaching every private residence in the city. Meanwhile, in the northwestern city of Gonner, water supply pipes were also in place, dating back 4,000 years. Imagine living in a Manhattan-like city from millennia ago, complete with grid-like streets, brick houses, and wells. As you walk by the river, the sound of flowing water and a cool breeze accompany you. Priests in cotton robes and headbands pass by, while bustling markets filled with artisans, grocers, and traders bring the city to life. Early risers in ancient cities would engage in games with dice and figurines, set against a backdrop of granaries and grand bathhouses. When nature called, shop owners would graciously offer their red brick lavatories, equipped with wooden slabs and complex drainage systems. Remarkably, this advanced plumbing network was available to every city resident as a basic utility. At its zenith around 2500 BC, the city of Mohenjo-Daro, spanning approximately 500 acres, thrived along with the rest of the Indus Valley civilization. Yet by 1700 BC, these bustling cities were mysteriously abandoned, leaving their once impressive technological achievements to corrode and decay. Hand sanitation supremacy. The ancient residents of Mohenjo-Daro, Harappa, Lothal, and Dholaviria exhibited advanced knowledge in toilet etiquette and hygiene practices. Although the Harappan script remains undeciphered, the continuity of their habits across the Indian subcontinent is evident. Similar practices have been noted in Rakhigarhi and the Bactria Margiana Archaeological Complex, or BMAC. A notable theory suggests that the Indian greeting Namaste, practiced for over 5,000 years, emerged from a period when strict hygiene was critical. Similar to the bow in Japan and the fist and palm salute in China, this greeting reflects the importance of cleanliness. Before modern soap, ancient Indians used a cleanser from the Sapindus saponaria plant, connecting sap, soap, and Indus, India. Ancient Indians utilized the nuts and berries of the Sapindus saponaria plant to create a cleansing paste. They meticulously cleaned themselves after using toilets, working, and eating. The shiitake herb served as a shampoo, conditioner, and skincare, showing their resourcefulness. Modern Indian skincare still employs ancient ingredients like turmeric, holy basil, neem, sandalwood, lotus petals, rose petals, and Indian gooseberry. However, such luxurious plants were not accessible to all. The poorer classes relied on ash for hygiene, an effective disinfectant due to its alkaline properties and lye content. Some added salt to ash to enhance its antibacterial qualities. These practices underscore the sophisticated hygiene standards of early Indian society, influencing today's self-care routines. Arabic travelers in the 6th and 7th century CE noted that Indian royals bathed before meals and washed their hands with scented soaps, particularly sandalwood. During this period, Indian agarwood incense was in high demand. Travelers' accounts highlight India's emphasis on pleasant aromas in Buddhist monasteries, which had lotus-shaped ponds for scented baths. Both Buddhist and Hindu temples, as well as hospitals, maintained air purity by burning incense continuously, linking personal hygiene with health long before germ theory emerged in the 18th century Europe. The Sanskrit term shautsa, signifying hygiene, encompasses external cleanliness and internal purity, including spiritual cleanliness and the removal of negative thoughts. Ancient texts like the Greer Sutra recommended 3 baths daily, showcasing a deep commitment to hygiene and purity. Water pollution awareness. While the West began recognizing the importance of clean air and pure water in the 18th century, many Eastern cultures had been addressing pollution for centuries. Under Genghis Khan, the Mongols enforced stringent environmental regulations, prohibiting activities like washing clothes, bathing, and disposing of waste in running water. The Mesopotamians, similarly, understood the dangers of water pollution and had designated areas for waste disposal away from the water sources. Archaeological evidence shows their cities had drainage systems to channel wastewater away from inhabited areas. The Charak Samhita, an ancient Indian medical text from around the 4th century BC, details water pollution and the diseases it can cause. Ancient Indians recognized the link between excrement and disease and mandated waste separation from human settlements. They also understood that pests like rats and insects could spread deadly diseases. Even without knowledge of germs, they comprehended disease transmission mechanisms. Strict rules were in place against polluting water with waste, blood, chemicals, or other hazards. The Manu Smriti, another ancient text, elaborates on these pollutants, viewing them as both unhygienic and spiritually impure. These practices show that ancient civilizations had a profound understanding of hygiene's role in health, predating modern science. Concepts of impurity were integral to major life events, from birth to death. The arrival of a newborn or a family member's passing rendered close relatives impure, requiring rituals to restore purity. These traditions persist among Hindus in India today. Purification rituals varied based on the newborn's gender, the deceased age, and the family's caste. Lower caste families often faced longer purification periods. In some regions, entire neighborhoods were considered impure until the deceased body was removed, an aspect of caste-based discrimination still resonant in modern times. These practices highlight how beliefs about purity were woven into societal norms, shaping cultural fabric over the centuries. The dark side of extreme hygiene. The downside of intertwining hygiene with religion in ancient India was the emergence of the belief that merely handling waste and impurities could taint a person for life. This led to the need for specific individuals to undertake these tasks. Driven by poverty and desperation, the Chandels and other lower caste groups took on the essential yet stigmatized roles of managing corpses, waste, and excrement. This crucial work for maintaining societal cleanliness and preventing disease outbreaks relegated them to the status of outcasts or untouchables. Despite the importance of their role, they were poorly compensated and often treated as if they were impure. Following India's independence in 1947, efforts to reintegrate these marginalized communities were made through constitutional provisions, reserving a percentage of government jobs and educational seats, as well as parliamentary and legislative positions, for those historically excluded groups.